It has been 6 months since we moved into our new home, our 2024 Alliance Valor 44 V14. How's it going? Let's take you behind the scenes and show you. Welcome back to Miller's in Motion. My name is Ryan, and along with my wife Lauren and our two dogs Bailey and Mishka, we have been living full-time in our RV now for almost 2 years and enjoying every minute of it. Most every minute of it. We just got back to Texas from Florida, where we had an absolute blast. We got to do live podcast recordings, meet so many of you guys at the 2024 Florida RV SuperShow. I cannot express how much fun we had and what a blast it was to get to meet everybody. And then flip that over, we also got done wrapping up with season 2 production of RV Unplugged. We cannot wait for the world to see that. This year I got to come help as the game master. If you remember, I was on season 1 as well. So if you have not seen RV Unplugged, go back, check out season 1, root me on. Spoiler, it's over, I didn't win, but it was still a blast and made a bunch of amazing friends. And season 2 will be coming up soon. Also, you can join us, Lauren and I, as well as a couple of the season 1 cast, and the entirety of the season 2 cast will be at the finale rally for season 2 at Camp Margaritaville, Auburndale in August. We'll have a link down below that you can go to look for tickets. Now, let's talk about this RV. So we picked up our rig about 6 months ago, and just to give you a little bit of stats and some data as far as what it is in case you're new here, it's a 2024 Alliance Valor, which is their toy hauler, 44 V14. It is the newest floor plan in the Valor lineup, as well as the largest RV that Alliance has ever made. It's kind of best known for a big L-shaped sofa section and one of the biggest living areas that we've ever seen in a toy hauler. In addition to that, it has a 14-foot garage. Comes in at about 46 feet in length. Also, it has 3 slides, 2 rack and pinion hydraulically driven slides in the main living and dining area, and 1 cable-driven slide in the bedroom. No Schwintek. We're gonna come back to that. Now, is this update going to be only about our rig? No. It's also going to be a little bit about what's going on, what's coming up. We addressed some of these things on our live. In case you didn't check it out, our internet wasn't the best, so we're saying it here as well. We are currently at our favorite campground on the planet, Twin Coves, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Yes, we are back for Dallas-Fort Worth. One of the big things that we talked about in live is Lauren left her job. Now, she told everybody that a while back. She's been gone for a while, but she just started her new job, and she's beyond excited because there's going to be a remote option on that job here in a few months. So that will enable us to bring you more of the things that we know everybody prefers, and that's the actual travel, or as Lauren likes to say, us in actual motion, not us in stationary non-motion. So that's one of the big updates. Again, why we love this RV park? Well, it's hard to beat that. This is a COE, or Corps of Engineers park, that's managed by the city of Flower Mound. And if you're ever in the Dallas-Fort Worth area and need somewhere on the north side of town, by all means check this out. It is an absolute phenomenal park. So one of the things we love so much about this RV is actually the living room space. So we ditched our big L-shaped sofa. If you've watched for any time period now, you kind of know what I'm talking about. In place of just a straight sofa, and we kind of converted a little bit in the dog space. And yeah, it's for a toy hauler, it's actually great space. Toy haulers are not known for having the best living room and kitchen setup, while this one checks almost every box we have. Another big check mark for us is actually right here in the garage space, and that is because we were able to convert it into my office. As you can see, we're working on our live setup with our call-in PA array. If you came to the Tampa show and saw us do a podcast, you've seen that in action. I also have our podcast board, my mic's actually up, and then my workstation. That's not always up, but we happen to be in podcast mode earlier today, so it is at the moment. Right out of the back of that door as well, you can see my third biggest like about this rig, that patio. Now, we happen to be in a great place where that patio can go down, and we got lake views right behind us. That doesn't suck. Bailey's a big fan too. She's also distracted by things that land near her. So I had to come way out here to show you one of our dislikes. And unfortunately, that is the sheer size of this RV. While it's great for the living space, and once we're down somewhere, it's amazing, the downside is it is a 56-foot RV when we hook our truck up, we are just under 65 feet, about 64 and a half to be precise. And that takes some planning. Now, is that the end of the world? Absolutely not. In fact, that's gonna lead into one of the things that we wanted to update everybody on the main videos. Again, if you saw the live, you've heard this part. So what's gonna live in this area and possibly a little bit in that pass-through section of the coach is something I am incredibly excited for. That is where our new battery system's gonna go. We are incredibly excited about the solar lithium battery options that we're going to be adding to this coach. We're just in the process of putting the final touches on what that's going to actually look like with our buddy Todd from Big Beard Batteries. So if you are looking for lithium batteries or upgrades, make sure and check out Big Beard. Couldn't imagine work with anybody else. Todd and his family, because it's really his family that's doing this, have been absolutely amazing to work with. And I could not recommend a better company if you're looking to get into a lithium battery setup. So that will be coming very soon because we have big off-grid plans for this really big RV. While we're still out here on the exterior of the coach, we did want to talk a little bit about our current favorite upgrade. Not sure if it's going to remain that way after we put the solar system on, but at the moment it is, and that is our independent suspension from MORryde. It's no secret that when we picked up this coach, we pretty much beelined it directly to the factory in Indiana for MORryde, and we flipped out our main suspension system that came on the coach, which was 3 7K axles. It did have the MORryde CRE 3000, which is a phenomenal system. And if you were going to ever upgrade that, this is the way to go. We've absolutely loved our independent suspension, and we've towed a little over 5,000 miles on it now, and I can tell you that I will never have a coach without that anymore. There are times that we come up on bridge junctions or whatever that I'm still expecting there to be just an awful lot of chucking and just feel everything in the back of the coach. The truck hits it, we go up a little bit, we come down, and then I'm preparing for the tires and the trailer to hit it, and then nothing ever happens. It's like a stress release of like you've never experienced before if you've ever towed a fifth wheel that does not have independent suspension. Does it fix everything? Absolutely not. There are still places, things that you can hit that will cause the rig to shake, but I can tell you that this diminishes that so much. We've gone all over the South now, between Florida here and up towards Tennessee, and put 5,000 miles on this, and I can tell you it does not feel like you're towing a 46-foot coach. It feels like you're towing something much smaller. There's that cliche, which I'm not a big fan of saying, of like, once you put independent suspension on, you'll never really feel the coach. You feel the coach. It's a big coach. But I can tell you that you don't feel every crack in the road. You don't feel everything. At the end of the day, what that also is doing is it's decreasing the vibration that's being transferred to your frame. So even if it didn't ride as good, if it rode just the same as previously, the fact that it's shaking the rig less as you drive over some of these things is already a win in my book, because anything that is subject to that much vibration will damage fast, especially the roads in America. They are not getting better anytime soon. In fact, I would argue they're getting worse. But with the IS, our rig doesn't shake quite the same as any other rig stock coming down the road. So how has Alliance been to work with any warranty, customer service issues, or anything in general? It's no secret now, especially if you were at the Florida RV SuperShow, that we recently became brand ambassadors for Alliance RV. Previous to that, we had a couple of little warranty things that we wanted to get taken care of, and I can tell you working with them has been night and day difference from our previous RV. Just to have someone that will actually reach back out to you and try to make things right and better and always be kind of reaching out and talking to you went so far in my mind. They can't necessarily just automatically fix everything, and there's a slight understanding you have to have before you communicate with anybody. But the fact that they generally show empathy and care goes a long way, because you don't feel like you're having to fight two entities, you're just fighting one. So if you've got an issue on your coach, at least with us at Alliance, assuming you're in warranty still, they've been amazing to work with. So this would be a good spot to mention that if you have questions about anything we talk about, any of the products we use, or anything in general, you can actually reach out to us. If you go to our website, millersinmotion.com, at the bottom there's a contact us form. Also, if you're looking to see how we travel, maybe get the inside scoop, we do have what we call the Millers in Motion family. What's the family? Well, that's our membership platform. A lot of people call them insiders, other different terms, but we call them family because We really truly are looking for a road family and a road community that we can come together and just enjoy this amazing country and this lifestyle. It can get lonely on the road sometimes, and so when you join our family, you're encompassed with a bunch of like-minded individuals, plus you get a lot more access to the things that we've done, our current location, that kind of stuff, and then exclusive meetup opportunities that we do across the country as we travel. All right, time for the skinny, kind of the exclusive, if you may. What's currently broken on our coach? Well, a few things. If you watched our video about getting down to the Super Show, we also called it the Harvest Host fail video because we tried to do a Harvest Host challenge on the way down. That didn't work out so great. You will know that we took a lug nut to our front cap from an oncoming semi that it sheared off of, and in slow motion, I watched it bounce and hit our cap. We're very thankful that it didn't come through the windshield and hit one of us, because that probably could have killed us. But it didn't. It hit the cap, and it sounded like a shotgun went off about 10 feet above my head. But that's still broken. We're working with a fiberglass company to kind of work that out and get that fixed. That has nothing to do with Alliance. That's just lucky us, essentially, in the moment. So again, that doesn't have something to do with Alliance. There's a chance we may have to replace our front cap, but we're working that out with our insurance, as well as a couple of different companies that can work that out for us. Now, as far as the rest of the coach and things that were more of a warranty item, so you do have the fridge. So the fridge went out, and then we fixed it. If you watch some of our Tennessee videos and anything that was back in that time, about 4 or 5 months ago, you know what happened. You know that it got resolved pretty quickly too. And Alliance went above and beyond to make sure that we were taken care of during some of that downtime as well. So what's currently wrong? While we were at RV Unplugged 2 Season 2 filming, for some reason our GFCI line 1 went dark. We don't know why. So we think it's a faulty wire somewhere. I can tell you that we've had a tech come out and look that we know in the Florida area, and they came out, took a look at it. They ran all over the place. They couldn't quite figure out what was going on. So we're currently talking with Alliance to figure out when we can either take it back up there for service, or what the next steps would be as far as how to diagnose this problem and get it fixed so that we can get those lines up and running. I will tell you, it's our GFCI line that is inside of our bedroom, our bathroom, and a little bit of the kitchen. So this one hurts a little bit more because we use the outlets up there the most to charge phones, that kind of stuff. To be honest, on the rest of the coach, there's not that much broken. That's a good thing. One of my biggest fears with any new RV is that it's just going to be broken all the time. And while we've had some trim pieces get loose, nothing major, literally just a tack nail or a little bit of adhesive back into it, that's been it. Knock on wood. And so we are very lucky that not a whole lot has happened with this coach. There's a few things that we're going to ask Alliance to just look at, just to make sure we're not, there's no bigger problem coming. But again, nothing major, and even that stuff's not that big of a deal. It's just wear marks on one of the slides where the rollers are. I'm pretty sure it's just roller wear, but I'm gonna have them look at it anyway while we're at the rally, just to make sure it's not something that we have to worry about. Hey, have you checked out the RV Shenanigans podcast? This is our microphone. No, just kidding, I'm not really actually using it, but this is where we record some of those podcasts. We did a bunch of live ones at the Florida RV SuperShow. The one that's currently live from last Tuesday is actually from More Ride. We had Austin Conrad on, who talked all things accessories, but mainly suspension systems. So if you have questions on independent suspension, that is a great listen. Now, as far as the RV goes, I can tell you, we couldn't be happier with our decision to go with an Alliance Valor. I mean, as evident, I'm standing on my patio over the water on this beautiful lake, and I couldn't be more ecstatic that we have a toy hauler. And not only do we have a toy hauler, but we've partnered with a company that truly gets it for the most part, that they're trying to do the right thing. See what I did there? If anybody from Alliance saw that comment, do the right thing. But we're doing the right thing, and that they're standing behind their product. And we've absolutely loved our time in our Valor, and we've got many, many, many more years with this, because once I put the solar system on, I'm not moving out anytime soon. So what's next from Lauren and I and Miller's in Motion? Well, we have some kind of maintenance things we have to go do. We have a solar install coming up. We need to go run up to Alliance at some point. We also in May have the Alliance National Rally. So if you're going to be at the Alliance National Rally, make sure to drop a comment down below us. If you're going to be at the Alliance National Rally, make sure to drop a comment down below. Let us know. We want to meet as many of you guys as we possibly can. We're trying to figure out something fun we can do at the rally. So if you got any ideas for us, we're all ears. We definitely want to do something a little bit more fun. Outside of that, Lauren's little sister's graduating, so we gave her the option of having a big party with all of her friends or going on a trip that she could pick. She picked a trip, and not only did she pick a trip, she picked a cruise. So we'll have some cruise videos coming from that. If you're into that kind of travel and cruises and you want to learn more, by all means let us know. Otherwise, it'll just be one big video for the entire cruise. If you want a little more in-depth of how, why, where, all that good stuff, let us know. We can break those videos up a little bit more. Don't worry, you used to get the same Lauren and Ryan craziness. We're just going to add Lauren's mom, who's doing much better from her breast cancer treatment, by the way. So thank you all for your prayers. And her little sister, Amy. And then we go hang out and have some fun on that cruise. So that is our 6-month update of living full-time in our Valor, as well as what we've been up to and a few things that we got coming up. Thank you guys so much for watching. We have a ton of fun videos coming up. We just have to get through some onboarding for a little bit. So if you have anything that you want to know, make sure to leave it down below in the comments. Also, make sure and check out the RV Shenanigans podcast on your favorite podcast platform. You can go to millersinmotion.com or the rvshenaniganspodcast.com to find out more information about that. Thank you so much for watching, and sorry Mom, this was a boring one for you. I know it wasn't travel, but we love you. Bye Mom. I'm pretty sure I swiped the wrong way. Is it that way? Is it this way? I don't know. Lauren normally does this. Maybe it's that way.